Hey, what's up guys? Bueller here again. And today I'm doing the daily stock watches review for April 29th. One more day. Tomorrow's the last day of April as I'm watching here on the 5 minute on Facebook while it's just skyrocketing after ER. I mean, they are still going. Let's check out Tesla real quick. Damn, wick to 764, 845. Damn, that's kinda, yeah. Alright, we'll go back to the daily stock watches review. So here on SPY, I'm gonna move this list over. Clear this and go to the 1 minute. Actually, no, let's go to the 5 minute. So here on SPY, I said break above 293. Break below 289.70. So just kind of range traded, did your little W here, and then it kind of broke the true pre-market high of the body here on the 5 minute at 292.30. That would have been a really good entry. I just wanted to set a more passive entry for anybody who doesn't normally use this system, because this was clearly the more passive entry. It even came back down here for support for an end of day run on calls, so that would have been a really good indication there on SPY. Today was kind of weird. There was a bunch of stocks going up while there were some other stocks in the S&P going down, yet SPY was still flying. So today was definitely a little weird. The Fed meeting went well. Gilead's news went well. At least that's what they're telling us. Let's see how AMD did. These are just example lines for someone that was asking about entries. The break above was 55, which pretty much rejected that right at open. Oh no, that was the last pre-market candle, my bad. Break below 53.65. Just way down here, so you probably wouldn't even have been playing it. It did give you a good confirmation here for this drop. That would have been a good patient play to get into. But besides that, you really didn't have a good confirmation on the 5 minute. There's some small bounce plays that were, you know, maybe a good 10-15%. Nothing more than that, though. Maybe, no, way less than that. So it's some small good scalps, but this probably would have been the only actual play off of the list today using just these lines. Nvidia above 298, below 294, which I think I raised to 298 after I saw it run and doing this, but the original line was 297.50, which probably would have been the better line to keep because 298 was a little more harsh. It did catch support here, so this would have been perfect entry was on this candle. I just have a 7 and 29 moving average on. A little bit off of the Ichimoku clause, a little tweaked from that. Nvidia did have a good run off of both of lines though right here. It kind of did the little W here too, and then broke right here. W's are really good if you get a higher high right here. So you'd like to see that candle. You can almost always enter kind of early on this one. With, you know, your risk management, of course. But it never really came back down and past our level till about here. So you would have been in that trade for a little while. Actually was a pretty good gain. Good $2.5 move. Next one was Beyond. Said above 102, below 100. Above 102 is the bottom side of the gap range from the daily chart. And then I said below 100, watch 99.50 as support. Below that is solid for a bigger move down. 99.50 was caught as support multiple times, even to the end of the day. Below 100 was good. The level that we set in the stream, this 144 line was good, but that's a lot of choppiness, even on the 5 minute. The 1 minute probably looks even more fun. Yeah, that wouldn't have been a whole lot of fun to trade. So if you didn't play Beyond today, except besides on the bounces, then no biggie. But this was more of a beginning day play, it seemed like today. Here at the end, it did kind of fail the W it's doing right here. It's not a perfect W, but it failed to pass that line right there, which that would have been my confirmation to either play puts or calls. It did kind of try to do a cup and handle, and then it just went down. And then below that level would have been really good confirmation, as you see it do jump rope right here. No biggie though. MCD, I said there's a rising wedge on the hour chart. Normally rising wedges would fall. Just here on the 1 minute, we didn't really get that. We got more of a support grab on our break below line, which is just as playable. But calls on McDonald's today was really well. And then here we have Uber, which I think Uber was given out to me from the stream. Let's go back to the 5 minute. Here on Uber, we set above 31.35, below 30.50. It caught support on our break below. Very strong confirmation to get into calls, especially right here after it broke here again. Because that would have been the initial drop. You would have been watching that as well. Both drops, the high of the drops. So this would have been a really good confirmation candle to get in. This would have been very aggressive to get in. Again, playing versatile on these levels, because if you do get these dips, the calculations are a little off now. So now everything moves down a little. But in reality, this was a really, really solid play. This is very easy to spot. Volume is rising. This is very easy to spot. Even off of the line here, you would have been able to make money. But just giving you that option, you know, you could have been in a really profitable play before you even got here. And then seeing all this would have made you more confident because you never even broke back below enough to even hurt you. So you probably would have caught a bigger move on Uber today. Let's go to ATVI, Activision. Another pick from the stream. So the levels were 64.75 above, below 63.70. So it actually popped below our break below. And even what is this line from? Did I mark that from today? That had to have been from today. No? Okay. Oh, it's from that gap up. Okay, never mind. So here on the, was it the 4 hour? Yeah, okay, I remember now. I put two ranges here, and this level was here. Okay, never mind. I was off guard. All right, but here on Activision, it even broke down below our break below. Sorry, English is hard. Here, as soon as market opened, it even kind of like caught support just under this level we had there on that bigger time frame, or resistance, sorry. And it kind of bounced with the bullish engulfing candle, which is super, super bullish. So that was a good sign of bounce right there. Let's go see what the volume was like on that candle. So not a crap ton of volume as much as these, but it did pretty much overpower to fill two of them. So no, it wasn't enough volume, but it was more buyers. So that took that over. Then you kind of had a flag. Kind of had your flag there. And then it had its push up, which is another confirmation. So you had two bullish confirmations. You had bullish engulfing, and then you had a bull flag. So that's a really strong confirmation that this was going to bounce. So really good to get in on the support here, on the break below. That would have been a good entry, a good way of looking at it. I don't trade Activision myself a whole lot, but that would have been an amazing little thing to look at there. Rest of the day, it just kind of steadily pushed up. Here on BAC, we said 25.32 is the high of the 1 hour time frame, above 25, below 24.65. I never really got above that 25 with the confirming candle. 24.65. Man, did it really actually just sit in between our zone all day? It's like almost triple topping, but not quite. You might see BAC on the list tomorrow, because the fact that that squeezed all day is making me want to put it on tomorrow's list. BAC might take a fat poop. I actually grabbed a speculation play on this. I have one put on it, as well as a January KO call that I'm swinging again, and a, what was the last one? Let me go look. KO MCD was for gambling, the ER. Oh, and then the BAC put. Okay, never mind. That's all I had. The BAC puts for June. The last two were Disney and Facebook. Disney I said above 109.30, below 107. It's pretty one directional, as you could tell. Kind of had some problem here, but it did like a 3-bar play looking deal, where it has one candle, then it has the middle fall, and then it has the third side rise up. It's not a 3-bar play, but that's kind of what it makes me think of when I see it. But then it had this gap up here, which that's 3 white soldiers, which means pretty much a gap up. It doesn't have to be a huge $10 move to be technically called a gap, but that's just what I refer to it as. But that's super bullish. So as soon as you saw it break this high right here, If you weren't super comfortable in getting in on these candles because of this, at least get in because you saw it break that high with the 3 white soldiers. It's super bullish, that candlestick pattern. And then the last one is Facebook. I said careful of ER today after hours. As you can tell, they just don't care what gravity is. Here on our plays, though, during the day, 191.75 was the break above. As you can tell, it caught support here. Let's zoom in on just today. All that's getting in the way. So here, this is the first candle you would have got in. Honestly, one of these two, I would have been more confident on this one because of all the volume. I mean, that's a lot of volume. It's dropping, but it's the market open. But you have more it's pretty much all buyers on these two. But you have rising on this. So in between these two would have been a solid entry on the 5 minute. You got to remember, this is a 5 minute, so you're dodging a lot of the choppiness. So you're able to get in on these more solid one directional plays. Seeing it get here would have been a little scary for you because it did drop below your entry. But it did hold support. So that would have been a good line because it did catch above that wick. Let's see. It never really came back down to that till the end of the day. So that was a really good line to put. You always want to note as much information as you can. God, that really screws up the whole chart. See, the chart makes sense right there, and then it's like, nope. All right, well, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.